these are their great compromises? Doesn't seem like they've learned much from the election, which they lost. Joining me now is Senator Bernie Sanders, independent from Vermont. Senator, thanks for being here tonight.
My pleasure, Al.
What's your reaction to the Republican counteroffer?
I think not only is what they're proposing absurd, I think they're a little bit crazy politically. Because I think when the American people fully understand that these guys want to maintain tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires who are doing phenomenally well, whose effective tax rate, as Warren Buffett often reminds us, is very, very low. And at the same time, they want to balance the budget by cutting Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. I think people all over this country are going to say, you guys are nuts. You're really out of touch with what ordinary Americans are thinking and believing.
Now, they're saying in their counteroffer, $800 billion through tax reform, $600 billion in health savings, $300 billion in mandatory savings, $200 billion in entitlement scale revision, $300 billion in further discretionary savings, totaling $2.2 trillion in cuts, Social Security on the table. I mean, how do you respond to people that say, well, this could be worse, this is not so bad?
It's ridiculous. The way you respond, first of all, from a moral perspective, Al, if you're having middle-income people and working people seeing a significant decline in their standard of living, which is what's happened in recent years, while the rich are getting richer, who should pick up the burden of deficit reduction? Second of all, in terms of Social Security, as you well know, Social Security hasn't contributed one nickel to the deficit because it's funded by the payroll tax.
Right.
So why do you want to drag Social Security in? Thirdly, these guys are talking about, if people can believe it, lowering tax rates for large corporations. What sense is that? The truth is, what the American people want, and they have said in the election, Obama did win a major victory, and the issue being debated was whether the wealthy are going to start paying their fair share of taxes. What poll after poll says is do not cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Ask the wealthy and large corporations to start paying their fair share of taxes. Republicans are way, way out of touch. Further, let's not forget, as a result of these rather bad agreements in 2010 and 2011 that I voted against, we've already cut over $1 trillion in programs for working families.
Now, and you're right. The American people have said in the election, as well as in the polling, 82% oppose reducing Social Security benefits. 67% oppose raising Medicare eligibility age, and 60% support raising taxes on the wealthy. So it doesn't even make political sense.
That's what I don't get. And the other point, Al, when they talk about changing the formula, so-called change CPI for Social Security, let me tell you what it means. I want everybody to hear this. It means that if you're 65 today, this is going to go into effect immediately if they win this debate.
Okay.
If you're 65, by the time you're 65 to 75, it'll mean $560 a year less for somebody getting $14,000 or $15,000. By the time you're 85, it's $1,000, $1,000 a year. And on top of that, Al, people don't know this. We're talking about major cuts for disabled veterans. So we're going to maintain low tax rates for billionaires, and we're going to cut benefits for disabled vets. Who in America thinks that makes any sense at all?
And throughout the campaign, Senator, they said that they would protect seniors. Listen to this.
We're the ones who are offering a plan to save Medicare, to protect Medicare, to strengthen Medicare.
My mom relies on Medicare. We owe her and all of our seniors a better program, one that they can actually count on.
I think all of you know that our budget will protect seniors.
Now, this is what they said during the campaign. How can they come back now, put Ryan back in the driver's seat, saying Medicare is on the table, we're going to cut it?
This is how they do it. Their argument is that if you cut benefits, you will strengthen the lifetime existence of Social Security. That's their theory. You cut now, you strengthen it. Trust me, right now Social Security can pay out benefits for the next 21 years through some simple, modest changes. By lifting the cap, for example, on taxable income, you can have Social Security strong for 75 years. And by the way, Obama supported that 4 years ago. We want